Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out. Valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count. Cause I'm two up right now. Two up right now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They run it with Balaj. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the back.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And up to the... On 1st down, Tannehill. And complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Looks good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it. But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set, 30.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense. Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go. And the situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Stills the intended target. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situations?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything, but boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when
and the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And Thomas has it. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. left side, taken in by Meredith. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Breeze now to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cameron Meredith, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints add on to their lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he's under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Waiting! 50-50.
To throw is Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The final shot here before down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. They run it again with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Waiting.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Tannehill now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, Tannehill drops it underneath to Gore. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Frank Gore, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Breeze. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Ready? Ready?
From midfield, here's Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Breeze going to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They can't tackle it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. A 10th carry for Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, it's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Breeze to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Tannehill now to throw. A dump off here for Gore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Tannehill buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
Tremendous play right there by Eli Apple, sealing the game with that interception for his team. I bet that'll make his mom, Annie, really happy.
Absolutely making Annie proud. He was born in Philadelphia. Tough kid from the city of brotherly love, and a tough play there to seal it. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing now is Breeze. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
Three-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Green 80.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Tannehill, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Here we go. It's Gore. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this. And in this case, they were actually able to win it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Let's go. 4 down. Let's go. That's 20.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Tannehill on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Let's go.
On 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Green 80. Green 80.
On 1st down, Bortles. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
To throw is Bortles. Trying to lay one, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. They'll start the drive with Drake. And some room to roam now. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Gore. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Bortles to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Let's go.
Here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Dewan Smoot able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. On play action, it's Bortles sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
It's all right.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Tannehill. It's caught. Stills right side. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Back to throw, Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22. To throw is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Bortles going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Bortles, got to have this one. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Wake in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
all the way up 52.